So, I started off assembling the main structure to this one, and it's only partially assembled. I can pull the rear axle half apart and the hood comes off. I started messing with the front axle and realized they don't steer. So I cross drilled and pinned the axle. It's just a beam axle. As you can see, I did both sides. Really tedious. Didn't do perfect, but got it. So then I started messing with brass, and I cut these pieces off, all the rest of it. I had already cut a couple off and made things out of them. Brass that's underneath there, and some other stuff, I don't remember what. When I started messing with the brass, I annealed one piece with my torch. Got it pliable enough that I could flatten it, because these pieces they're not symmetrical. They're weird shaped. You can see it really good there. Yeah, they're really oddly shaped. So I annealed one, hammered it on my steel block anvil, took a piece of brass rod and spent about an hour starting the front beam for that out of brass. I'll pick it up now. That piece is not attached yet. I need new drill bits or to sharpen some drill bits. It's nice and shiny. Got all the holes center punched where they need to align up for brazing and drilling. So that will be the front axle for that. It's quite a bit thicker and just a hair wider, but it will be the same width. The thickness and everything I'm going to leave the way it is. I'm not going to try and make it as perfect as the kit piece, because I'll just do it this way. I'm going to basically have to do it my own to make it work. But that's the start of transforming one of these, hopefully, into a RC. N20 motors, not going to fit unless I butcher everything out of it. The little engine block is not wide enough for an N20 to hide inside, but I did find a K10 motor that will fit. I'll have to order it, which I don't have money for right now, but there's a K10 motor that'll fit in this area, and I can kind of cut this out how I need it. It's almost the exact same size as that area. And I have to figure out gears and everything for the rear axle, and hiding a battery and all the electronics will be another chore. I'll have to find some micro stuff. that's it though. I've been sitting here tinkering and trying to figure out what I can do with this, and I'm going to go ahead and show my headlight lenses. They did kind of yellow, but it'll focus. Oh, my phone's back to doing this again. There we go. They both came out really nice. There's a little bit of dust particles, I guess you'd say, that got in the mold. Oh, now focus. But you can see the little bit of hazing on the one on the right, and the one on the left has a little bit of like dust particles in it, but I'm alright with that. These bulbs, LEDs that I'm going to use are super bright. They're little stubby ones. I've had these for a while and never used them, but that's what I'm going to put in this Jeep. And these are a potential thing that I might put in there, and those are off of an orange rubber balloon. So I figure that might go good with that orange chassis in it. Alright, but yeah, just wanted to show that I'm working on this. Hopefully it turns out alright. I wanted to have a heavy axle in the front for if I convert it to RC, if I succeed with it. I got a lot of little brass stuff here and a whole bunch more that I can use back there, and wear out more Dremel bits than necessary, I guess. That's what I do. This stuff, you don't have to cut it all the way through. You just kind of use my cutoff wheel and score into it real good, and then just snap it off. See, real good right there. And that's before it was annealed. After it's annealed, you just kind of cut right through it. I did have one that testing the shear strength of it. That's how far it went before it broke and the other piece flew across the room. So it doesn't bend very well unless you anneal it. So anyway, just wanted to show that little brass beam that I spent about an hour on. It's quite annoying, but turned out really nice. And then the wishbone, and this whole thing is, let me get my calipers here. It's right there. About 2 1/4. A little over 2 1/2. Sorry, I was looking at my phone and that glare is getting me. It's about, yeah, it's just over 2 1/2. I don't know exact. Too much glare. And then the width right now is, oh crap, weird angles. The width is 3 1/4 centimeters. I guess I can't really tell. Whatever. It's just over 3 centimeters. So anyway.